Welcome to this video. In this video, I'll walk you through the steps required to attempt a test on CodeTantra platform. So first of all, we are going to see the browser requirements. So if you're using a Windows machine, then you can either use Chrome browser or you can go with Edge browser. If you're using Mac or Linux, you can go with Chrome only. If you're attempting the test on mobile phone, you can go with Chrome browser or Edge browser. Both of them are available on Play Store. If you're using iPhone with iOS operating system, then you can go with the Safari with version 13 or above. In case of Chrome and Edge, it should be updated when you are attempting the test. This is an essential requirement. So now that we know which browser is applicable to which operating system, you can see I'm using a Windows machine. So for me, Chrome browser is recommended. So I'm going to open Chrome browser. Once I'll open Chrome browser, I can visit the link which has been provided by my institution in order to log in. Once I'll come here, I'll click on login, and this is where I see the logo of my institution. If this logo is not same as your institution, that means you are not on the right login page. So you need to check the link that you have received by your examination committee, and then you have to visit that link. Once you see the logo of your institution here, that means you are on the right login page. Once you ensure you are on the right login page, you can enter your ID and password in these two respective boxes, and then you can submit. In case you forget the password, you can click here also, you can click here also, and you can enter your email ID, and you can recover your password using your email ID. Now if you are trying to log in here, let us say I'm going to make some mistake here. And I can see I'm getting an invalid login ID password. So I can watch this video also to resolve such issues if I run into any of those issues. So I'm going to make the correction here. With this email ID now I'm going to enter. Once I'll enter into the portal, I'll be able to see a test window here on the home page. Then we have a tools button here also. So if I'll go to the tools section for a moment, I'll be able to see there is an environment check page. So what is the importance of this environment check page? I'll let you know in a while. I'm going back now. Now I'm going to test window. So once I'll click on this test, I'll be redirected to a new page where I'll be able to see all the listed scheduled tests for me. Here I can see there is a MCQ test which is available for me, which I can open. So I'm going to open this test. I can see the date and time also to ensure that this is the same test which I'm supposed to attempt at this point of time. Once I'll ensure these two, I'll click on open test. Now this is what we call environment check, the page where we check the audio and webcam and microphone of the system, whether they are working properly or not. Now if you remember, on the home page I showed you there is a tool section where the environment check option was also there. So even if you click there, you'll be redirected to this page only. So what you can do is, before the actual exam, you can go to the tools, environment check, and you can check your machine whether that is fit to take the test or not. So you do not have to wait till the last moment to check whether your machine is fit to attempt the test or not. So once you'll come to this page for the very first time, it will ask for some permission. So you can see it is asking for the location. I'm going to click on allow. Then it is asking the permission to allow the camera. I'm going to allow. And once I'll do that, you can see the camera has started. There is operating system, browser, webcam is working okay. There is an audio. So in order to pass the audio test, I have to click here. And then I have to play a small bite. I can hear this audio, so I'll click on yes. Once I'll click on yes, it is also checked. Now there is only one problem with the mic, that is the microphone. So you can see permission is denied here. So whenever you see permission denied, that simply means the browser does not have permission to use your microphone. So you can click on this small lock icon button. Once you'll click under the microphone section, you'll be able to select allow option, click outside and reload. But before reloading, please note there is a video also given. So if you're having any trouble in webcam section, there will be a separate video to resolve webcam issues. And since there is an issue with the microphone, I'm able to see a video link which is to resolve the microphone issues. So I can click on this video and I can resolve the issues also. Since I know that the permission denied case can be resolved by going to this lock icon and clicking on allow in front of microphone, I'm going to do that manually and then I'll reload. Once I'll reload, the page will reload itself, and then you'll be able to see microphone is checked, webcam is checked, and now again I have to check the audio by playing. by playing the byte. Once done, I'll click yes. All of the checks are okay. Now I'll click on proceed to test. Now at this point of time, I'll be able to see the detail of the proctors if it is allowed by my institution. I'll click OK after knowing who is my proctor. I can read the general instruction given here. And at this point of time, there is a meeting link being created between you as a student and between the proctor who will be proctoring your session. So it will take some time before it will finally allow you to go ahead. Now you can see once the meeting link is created, you have got a start test button. So here you have to click on start test. Once you click on start test, you will be going into full screen mode automatically. And this is how the interface look like. You will see a question here, and that is in a yellow ribbon bar, which you can see here. And then you have got 4 respective options. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the teacher has set. You'll be able to see those options here in MCQ test. Now I can select any of these value, whichever I feel is correct. So let us say this is the correct answer. I'm going to click here, and then I can click on next to go to the next question. So you can see there is a notification saved successfully. So if I'll go back to previous question, you can see my previous response is saved there. Now I can come back to the next question. Here I can answer the another question. Click on next. I can keep doing this until I reach to the last question of this test. But before going there, let's look into the other elements of the portal. At the top, you can see there is a general instruction button. So I can click here and I'll be able to see all the general instruction. These are the same instruction which was available during the meeting creation page. I can read through this at any point of time during the exam. There is a navigation, there is a zoom in, zoom out button also. So I can click on this plus button to resize the text of my question or an answer. And I can click on minus to decrease the font size of question and answer, okay, as per my requirement. Okay, now I can see what is the time left in this meeting. Now there is a calculator option also, so I can click on this calculator button. That will be appearing like this. Now one thing that you should note is most of these settings depends upon what your institution has opted and has not opted. So it's very much likely that you will be able to see some of the options here, but in your exam it will not be there. That's only because your institution does not have opted to go with these options depending upon their requirement. Now to the left side, I can see there are 2 sections, and right now I'm in section 1 of 2. So this is the first section I'm attempting, and this is question number 4 of 25 in this particular section. And the way I can see this is I can click on this jump to button, and you can see there is a part A, which is section A basically, and in this part A you'll be able to see there are 25 questions. Similarly in part B, you can see the question is again starting from 1 and it is going all the way up to 40. Okay, so if I try to click here on 11 number question, I can directly jump from the section number 1 to section number 2, 11 number question. So that is how you use this jump to button. I can again come back to the previous question. What is the meaning of these different colors? You can read that here. What is the marks for this question? You can see that here, and then you can click on this button to see that who is your proctor, what is the detail of that proctor. You can click on this message box just in case if you have received any broadcast message from the proctor to read at any point of time. Now let us say you answered this question by clicking on this button, but you are not sure whether it is correct or not. You are not sure even that whether any of these options are correct, okay, and you want to skip this question. So the way you clear the answer is you just click here on the clear response. Once you'll click here, it will ask you to confirm. Just confirm it, and you can see the selected option is gone now. So you can click on next button and you have not answered the previous question. Okay. Now one thing more that you should note in MCQ option is some of the MCQ question has a single correct option. Some of the MCQ can have multiple correct option. Now in this case, all these options box are, you can see the round, okay, round one. That means in these 4 options only one will be correct. If you see a square button instead of this round button, that means in this particular question multiple options can be true. So you can tick multiple options also. Now that depends upon how the question has been framed by the institution you are part of. So in this case, I'm going to again select something. I'm going to click on next, and this way I'll be able to continue throughout the exam. Now there are more features that you should know. There is a SOS button. This should be used in case of emergency. First, you should try to speak to the proctor only. And in order to speak to the proctor, you do not have to do anything, just speak in front of your device and he'll be able to listen because your microphone is automatically connected to the proctor. So if you have any trouble, just speak, he will be able to respond. Let us say you are speaking but he's not able to respond. In that case, you can also go with the chat option by clicking on this green chat icon. And here I can click on this human profile icon. Then I can click on chat and you can send the message to your proctor. Okay, something like this. Once proctor will read this message, he will be able to reply to you also. Now you can see the proctor has responded, and I can see proctor is asking, tell me what is the problem. So in that case, you can communicate with the proctor in that way also. Once you're done communicating with the proctor, you can close this window again. Now there is a concept of SOS button also. So you can see at the top right corner there is a SOS button. So a student can click on this SOS button. They can provide their valid number through at which this proctor can talk to him. And then he can describe his problem, whatever he wants to describe. Once the student will submit, he will be able to see the detail of the proctors here also. And the message has been sent to the proctors as well. So proctor will be able to resolve your issues, keep answering. And once you are done, you can click on finish button. You can select yes, I want to finish the test, and you can see the detail of the answering that you have done so far. Now there is one more thing that I would like to show. If you'll come to the last question, that is the 40th question of section B, you can see the next button is not enabled because this is the last question. So now you have to click on finish test. Once you'll click the finish test button, you'll come to this page where you have to go through this. If you're satisfied with this, you can click on this button to continue exiting the test, or you can click on this button to continue the test. I want to exit, so I'll click on yes. Once I'll do that, I'll be able to see my test is completed, which I opened few minutes back. So this is how you attempt the test on CodeTantra platform.